¿Escucha con eco cuando hablo?
Good evening, and welcome to the Universidad Europea de Madrid. My name is Alan Palmer, Director of Academic Orientation, and it is both an honor and a pleasure to welcome you each to this open house event, which aims to shed light upon our bachelor degrees offered 100% in English within the faculties of Biomedical and Health Sciences, as well as Sports Sciences. The bachelor's degrees we will cover this evening are the following: dentistry, psychology, biomedicine, biotechnology, physical therapy, sports management, and physical activity and sports sciences. Beyond this virtual event, we would be delighted to invite you to our campus in person for you to see up close our classrooms and state-of-the-art installations, like our simulated hospital, our preclinical dentistry laboratory, our structure and function labs equipped with virtual reality glasses, the university's Human Performance Research Lab, our semi-Olympic sized swimming pools, beach volleyball court, just to name a few. We are a private international university whose main campus in Madrid is located 15 kilometers to the southwest of the city center within the town of Villaviciosa de Odón. Although please note that we do have another smaller, more boutique-style campus located in the north in Alcobendas. Our university is characterized and truly driven by our emphasis of learning by doing. That is, a large portion of our degree's curricula take place outside of the traditional classroom, within our on-campus laboratories, workshops, simulation zones, as well as in real-life professional settings, be it a physical therapy clinic, a hospital intensive care unit, a world-renowned pharmaceutical company, Real Madrid, the Spanish Olympic Committee, etc. Studying at the Universidad Europea is not just a place in which you will attend classes, participate in internships, research, and obtain your degree, but rather it is a platform for you to spring into the world with a more globalized, digitalized, and entrepreneurial mentality. We also foster a multicultural environment in which 1 in every 3 students are international. So, aside from introducing you to our distinguished professors, explaining the curricula of the aforementioned degrees, providing an overview of campus life and culture, detailing the admissions process, and answering your questions, I'm also aware that many of you will be departing your respective home countries and relocating to Spain to embark on this new chapter. As a foreigner myself, that is one thing that you and I will share in common. Having resided, studied, and worked in Spain for 7 years, I also look forward to talking about the reality of relocating to Spain and forming part of this amazing university community. We thoroughly hope you find this event both insightful and beneficial as you research the various options of which university do I choose. In the following short video, the rector of the Universidad Europea de Madrid, Dr. Elena Gazapo, will speak about our academic model.
Hola, mi nombre es Elena Gazapo, soy la rectora de la Universidad Europea de Madrid y quiero darte las gracias por estar con nosotros en nuestra jornada de puertas abiertas. Sabemos que estás en un momento muy importante de tu vida. Estás a punto de comenzar una nueva etapa, un futuro que comienza en la elección de universidad, ya sea para cursar una titulación de grado o un ciclo formativo de grado superior. La Universidad Europea está formada por una red de instituciones presentes en Madrid, Valencia, Canarias, Oporto y Lisboa, que comparten una visión única, la visión One University. Con más de 25 años de trayectoria, 25.000 alumnos y más de 80.000 egresados, proporcionamos a nuestros estudiantes una educación integral, formando líderes y profesionales preparados para dar respuesta a las necesidades de un mundo global, para aportar valor en sus profesiones y contribuir al progreso social, siempre desde un espíritu emprendedor y de compromiso ético. Nuestro compromiso con nuestros estudiantes se sustenta en un sólido modelo académico eminentemente práctico, que permite conocer la realidad profesional en un entorno global y multicultural donde más del 30% de los estudiantes son internacionales y con acuerdos de intercambios y prácticas en más de 70 países. En la Universidad Europea de Madrid contamos con una amplia oferta formativa en la gran mayoría de las áreas de conocimiento, con más de 200 grados, ciclos formativos de grado superior, posgrados y programas de la Escuela Universitaria Real Madrid Universidad Europea. Nuestra comunidad docente permanece en constante contacto con las profesiones para garantizar una formación a la vanguardia de las necesidades del mercado laboral, lo que se traduce en más de 6.000 acuerdos de colaboración con empresas y con elevadas tasas de empleabilidad cercanas al 90% y con rangos salariales un 40% por encima de la media de universidades privadas. Este contacto con las profesiones también se pone de manifiesto en nuestra oferta académica, en permanente actualización para responder a las necesidades profesionales en diferentes áreas como educación, ingeniería o comunicación, por nombrar algunas de ellas. Además, en los últimos meses ha quedado de manifiesto la importancia del cuidado de la salud como elemento clave para la sociedad. Por eso apoyamos el concepto One Health, una sola salud, una estrategia global que defiende que la salud humana y la salud animal son interdependientes y están vinculadas a los ecosistemas en los que coexisten. Lo concebimos y lo implementamos a través de una nueva propuesta formativa que incluye biomedicina, veterinaria y medio ambiente y sostenibilidad. En la Universidad Europea queremos acompañarte en tu viaje y lo hacemos a través de nuestro modelo académico de aprendizaje experiencial HighFlex, que tiene un enfoque eminentemente práctico que te permitirá adquirir los conocimientos, las competencias y valores adecuados para el desarrollo de tu futura profesión, así como afrontar los retos de la transformación social y digital. Un viaje de aprendizaje en el que contarás con las mejores instalaciones, equipo docente y tecnología para que aprendas haciendo, enfrentándote desde los primeros años de formación a situaciones simuladas y reales del día a día de las profesiones. Un modelo que te permitirá ganar horas de vuelo gracias a la última tecnología en laboratorios y entornos virtuales, contando siempre con la cercanía y la dedicación constante de tus profesores. ¿Quieres saber cómo es el día a día estudiando en la Universidad Europea? Tendrás a tu disposición un campus seguro, con magníficas instalaciones y laboratorios, como Industria 4.0, que cuenta con las principales tecnologías como Internet de las Cosas, ciberseguridad, sensores o Big Data, entre otros, para garantizar un aprendizaje basado en proyectos con el estado del arte de la cuarta revolución industrial. El Human Performance Research Lab, un espacio de última generación para el aprendizaje transdisciplinar sobre los beneficios y usos del ejercicio físico en la salud y en el rendimiento de las personas. O el Hospital Simulado, para que puedas practicar con las situaciones que viven los profesionales sanitarios, pero en un entorno seguro. El elevado número de profesores que siguen el ejercicio profesional, cuya enseñanza está directamente relacionada con su experiencia laboral, te garantizan una conexión con el mundo real desde el primer año. Además, contarás con aulas dotadas con la última tecnología y podrás hacer uso de diferentes herramientas digitales como entornos de simulación, gamificación, laboratorios virtuales y contenidos digitales de alto valor añadido. Todo ello accesible también fuera del horario de clase para maximizar tus horas de vuelo. Y todo esto en el entorno de nuestros campus seguros, en los que podrás participar en múltiples actividades y exprimir al máximo la vida universitaria. Toda nuestra comunidad universitaria te está esperando para acompañarte en este viaje donde la educación personalizada, el conocimiento humano y la tecnología más avanzada se dan la mano. Te dejo con los equipos de facultades y escuelas que te van a mostrar tu día a día desde las áreas de conocimiento.
I would now like to hand the reins over to the true protagonists of this event, our professors and heads of department, who have so kindly dedicated their time to speak passionately about our degrees offered 100% in English. In the following order, we will hear from the head of our bachelor's degree in dentistry, Dr. Yolanda Frede, the head of our bachelor's degree in psychology, Dr. Judy Tirado, the head of our bachelor's degrees in biomedicine and biotechnology, Dr. Veronica Moral, the head of our bachelor's degree in physical therapy, Dr. Jaime Almazan, as well as the head of our global bachelor's degree in sports management and the head of our bachelor's degree in physical activity and sport sciences, Dr. Jose Bonal. Without further ado, I would like to welcome to join me here on the stage Dr. Yolanda Frede, who will shed light upon our bachelor's degree in dentistry. Dr. Frede?
Good afternoon.
So we're just waiting just one moment so that we can change the slide before Dr. Frede takes the reins to speak about our bachelor's degree in dentistry. Dr. Frede, please take it away as we sort this out. Thank you.
Good afternoon and good morning. My name is Yolanda Freire. I'm one of the dentistry degree coordinators. And for me, it's an honor to be here today on behalf of the dentistry degree. At this open house, we would like to share with you a little bit of how it works, the dentistry degree at Universidad Europea of Madrid. The degree is divided into 5 years and has 300 ECTEs. And I would like to explain a little bit this curriculum. In the first year, students begin their studies with biological science subjects such as anatomy or biochemistry, but they also have the first subject related to dentistry called Introduction to Clinical Practice. In the second year, biological science subjects are complemented with medical pathology subjects such as semiology, but there are also more subjects related to dentistry, such as diagnostics in dentistry. From the third year, the subjects are mainly related to dentistry, such as prosthodontics, dental therapeutics, surgery, etc. During these first 3 years, the students combine theory with preclinical practices. From the fourth year, students combine theory, preclinical practices, and clinical practices, carrying out this year 300 clinical hours with real patients. In the last year, students continue with theoretical subjects, complete 600 clinical hours with real patients, and develop their graduation project. As I said, from the fourth year, students go to the dental clinic and carry out 300 clinical hours in the fourth year and 600 clinical hours in the fifth year with real patients. The Universidad Europea has 2 clinics in Madrid. They are equipped with the latest technologies and with pioneering clinical evaluation methodologies that allow a greater objectivity. In addition, the professors that are in the clinic are prestigious professionals who combine their teaching activity with their clinical activity. This is enriching for the quality of teaching. To carry out practices on patients, it's important for international students to speak Spanish correctly, being necessary to have a B2.2 level of Spanish to access to the clinical practice. Within the academic model, learning in a safe environment is crucial. For this reason, almost 10 years ago, the Advanced Simulation Project began in this university. Therefore, to reduce the gap in the learning process between the preclinical and the clinical practices, it was decided to implement the integration of traditional simulation, aptic simulation, and the simulated hospital throughout the student's curriculum. Therefore, in our degree, simulation is very important because we want our students to feel safe when they arrive at the dental clinic to work with patients. That's why students start with the simulation environment from the first year. The three simulation environments we work with are the traditional simulation room, the smart lab with aptic simulators, and the simulated hospital. In the traditional dental simulation laboratory, we work with phantoms in which artificial teeth are integrated. In addition, this laboratory presents the characteristics of a dental equipment with couplings for the rotating instruments, aspiration systems, water and air syringes to acquire the manual skills and ergonomic postures necessary for the future practice. Students start working in the traditional dental simulation laboratory from the first year, for example, in the subject of introduction to the clinical practice. Then, the second simulation environment we have is the smart lab with aptic simulators. With these simulators, we work in a virtual reality environment that allows the students to have sensations as close as possible to the reality, such as feeling the different hardness provided by each of the tissues that constitute the teeth, or hearing the characteristic sounds that would be produced during a real clinical practice. Therefore, all this allows students' learning experience to be much more real. Students start working in the Smart Lab from the first year, also in the subject of introduction to the clinical practice. Finally, the third simulation environment we have is the simulated hospital with real equipment and 4 advanced simulation rooms. The aim of this simulation environment is to strengthen the development of good clinical practices with special emphasis on patient safety. In the simulated hospital, dentistry students develop different skills. For example, communication skills such as how to communicate with pediatric patients that come to the dental office as well as with their parents, or the approach to different emergency situations that may arise in the dental office, and how to act in those situations always from a safe environment. Students start working in the simulated hospital from the first year, for example, in the subject of psychology, and continue through all the courses of the degree until the final year. This is a brief summary of the degree in dentistry, and we are pleased to welcome you to come and visit our facilities.
Thank you so much, Dr. Freire. I would now like to welcome the next professor to speak, Dr. Judith Tirado, the head of our bachelor's degree in psychology. Dr. Tirado?
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Thank you. Good evening. Sorry, it's open? Yes, it is? Okay. Good evening, good morning. My name is Judith Tirado. I have a PhD in psychology. I'm currently acting as co-coordinator of psychology department, and I also teach some subjects within the Bachelor in psychology. Very briefly, I want to remind you that the psychology degree belongs to the Biomedical and Health and Science School within the area of health psychology. The only modality offered is on-site, campus-based. The degree lasts 4 years, corresponding to 240 ECTS. The bachelor is delivered 100% in English or Spanish, also is progressive in Spanish or English, depending the language you choose. The campus is located in Villaviciosa de Don, here in Madrid. Basically, the psychology degree at Universidad Europea in Madrid is aimed at preparing students with the knowledge, training, communication, and social skills to work as a psychologist in a number of settings, including in education, healthcare, law, and forensics and sports. I'm going to talk a little bit about the internships. The degree in psychology is a 4-year program with a total of 240 ECTS, has an eminently practical approach, and you will complete more than 600 hours of internships and work placements throughout the course of the program. We are sure that internships are a key component of your training. We also think that acquiring experience after what you have learned in your degree is the best way to enter the employment market. There are 2 types of internships: curricular, which are included in your study plan, and extracurricular, which you can do on a voluntary basis. In order to complete curricular internships in companies, you will need to have 50% of the credits approved and registered before starting your internship. These internships are monitored by the company and the internship coordinator. An interim and final reports will be prepared for evaluation. If you want to take your work experience to the next level before finishing your university education, you can pursue an extracurricular internship. You can do them in any academic year, but keep in mind that internships are a formative complement your studies. Therefore, the more knowledge you have acquired through your study, the more you will be benefit from the internship experience. I would like to talk a little bit about research. You can also be involved in international research. The university has Erasmus conventions with other prestigious universities. For instance, Coventry University, Manchester Metropolitan University, the University in Trento, Italy, the University in Netherlands, Utrecht, and the University of Hertfordshire in United Kingdom. We also have an International Excellence Award short program at University College London in UK. And there are several research groups in the psychology department that used to be actively seeking funding for research projects and conducting research to advance in the knowledge in different areas of psychology, such as basic psychology, health psychology, interventional psychology, etc. Also, Universidad Europea leads and encourages the participation of professors and also students in research projects. We also have studying psychology at the Universidad Europea allows you to complete your training in our simulated hospital. Experiential learning is the foundation of Universidad Europea's academic model and is based on one of its main pillars, the simulated environment. The simulated hospitals facility allows health professionals to undergo clinical training using simulation methodology led by accredited instructors. The simulated hospital allows students to virtually experience the real-life environment in a safe and controlled way. The space, the simulated hospital, contains all the necessary elements to recreate the realistic atmosphere of a health center, with the most advanced infrastructure, technology, and an audiovisual format. It is a center for clinical training, research, and innovation in teaching. At the Universidad Europea from Madrid, there is a program on interprofessional education that develops the following competences: role, communication, and authority, with students from several degrees outside the Bachelor in psychology, so you can engage in academic projects with students with expertise in other disciplines and areas. The academic model also includes the objective structured clinical examination. Is a multi-purpose evaluative tool that can be used to assess healthcare professionals in a clinical setting. It assesses competency based on objective testing through direct observation. It is precise, objective, and reproducible, allowing uniform testing of students for a wide range of clinical skills. Unlike a traditional clinical exam, the OC could evaluate areas most critical to performance of healthcare professionals, such as communication, communication skills, and ability to handle unpredictable patient behaviors. About the facilities of our university, studying psychology at the Universidad Europea, you will have access to the following facilities: laboratories and simulation rooms. The structure and function laboratory is used by all degrees where anatomy, histology, or physiology is an integral part of the program, including the Bachelor in Psychology. We also have the virtual and augmented reality. The extended reality laboratory is aimed at the creation, evaluation, and research of training resources in virtual reality, augmented reality, and mixed reality. We also have the Psychological Assistance Center. The Center for Psychosocial Assistance offers undergraduate and postgraduate psychology students develop and strengthen their skills and competences as psychologists. They will do so by participating in psychological interventions that are guided and directed by qualified psychologists, mediations, training actions, psychopedagogical guidance, and research projects led by professors and research staff. This service offered fall into three areas: clinical and health area and socio-educational area. So the Psychosocial Assistance Center is a space where psychology students can complete some of their practical training. Regarding the prestigious teaching team, the teachers from our Bachelor in Psychology are high-level professionals, experts in the field of psychology. The faculty on this degree has 50% of the members of the teachers are doctors, has the PhD with expertise in research, teaching, and also clinical practice. As you can see here in that slide, find here the list of subjects taught at each year. Mostly of the subjects has 6 credits and are offered in English, but there are some subjects offered in Spanish, modern language, and Practicum 1 and Practicum 2. You will see that during the first year, the most basic subjects are taught. During the second year, more specific or more specialized subjects are introduced. In the third and fourth years, we course the subjects related to the specific mentions of this program, health and clinical intervention. All of the subjects are compulsory. As the experiential learning is the foundation of the Universidad Europea, the first year you will course the subject rotating internship, where you will basically have visits from professionals, experts from different areas that are invited to come to the university and talk about their professional experience. In the second year, you will course clinical internship, which could be internships in the simulated hospital. And finally, during the third and fourth years, Practicum 1 and Practicum 2, that are the external internships in renowned centers here in Madrid. I want to highlight here that you must pass obtaining 5 of 10 in the final evaluation modern language subject to enroll in Practicum 1 and Practicum 2 subjects. So the centers, clinic, and associations involved are basically from Madrid, where the main language of that institution is the Spanish. Thank you so much for your attention. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Tirado, for sharing your expertise regarding our bachelor's degree in psychology. Before introducing you the head of our bachelor's degree in biomedicine and biotechnology, Dr. Veronica Moral, please sit back and enjoy this short video that paints a picture of our Faculty of Biomedical and Health Sciences. We will now hear from Dr. Veronica Moral, who is connecting with us virtually this evening. Again, Dr. Moral is the head of our bachelor's degree in biotechnology and biomedicine. So thank you so much for your time, Dr. Moral. We are truly fortunate to have you on our teaching and research staff. Dr. Moral, how are you this evening?
This evening, and I'm glad that you invited me so I can present you the bachelor's degree in biomedicine and in biotechnology. This is brand new because we have the degrees in Spanish, but hopefully next year we will have them also in English. And it's very, very happy circumstances because our students currently are very well involved in the English language, because of course these are two disciplines that English is so important. So it's going to be a very, very good thing that we can also have students that can study in English, and they probably will mix together and have many things to share and to learn together. First of all, if you allow me, I will focus in the degree in biomedicine, which is a degree, a 4-year degree, in which our students have methodology that they learn experiential learning, also like the other degrees in the faculty. And the very good thing that we have in this faculty is it's an interprofessional faculty in which our students can mix together and learn how things occur in current professional environments. In biomedicine, it's the same. Professionals in biomedicine need to work together with people like medical physicians, and also well, nurses and pharmacists. So it's a good thing that they can actually study in the same faculty, because it's quite easy to be gathered and to join activities involving all degree students. In this degree, we have also a lot of laboratory practice, because of course it's a very scientific degree. It's structured in 4 different years. First year is of course the most basic courses, but we do always try to teach the basic courses, focusing on the applications that this basic knowledge will have in the future of the profession. So we try to develop active methodologies and activities that the students can start developing and also continue developing in the next courses. We indeed have this integrated biomedicine course, which we have in 3 different years. We have a course in the first year, but and also a course in the second and third year, in which our students put into practice all the theory they are getting in every year in the different subjects. And all the subjects also have, or most of them have laboratory practice, because these professionals need actually to be very trained in lab skills. So they are, from the very beginning, they will be in our laboratory facilities. We have well, I think it's more than 6 different laboratory facilities in the university, and each of them are specialized in different parts of the degrees. And the students have the opportunity there to put into practice the specific theory they study in every course, in every subject. But they also have different transcurricular activities in which they learn in the same project. They develop one project in which they will learn the specific theory from one subject and then the specific theory of another subject. Let me put an example for this. It could be an activity in the first year in this integrated biomedicine, but they also have some specific parts of the activity they can develop in, for instance, genetics and also uh, developmental biology or developmental biology and genetics. They will study different concepts, but in a specific case, all these concepts can be worked together as a whole, and they will learn how all the concepts they learn in the different subjects join together in the professional practice. The more we go in the degree, the more specific subjects we can find. We go from cellular biology because, of course, we need to build the basis of the degree, but we are going through the different subjects, all the structure and function, as my colleagues already mentioned. Our philosophy here is not that subjects are apart, and anatomy and physiology are, we understand anatomy and physiology as a whole. So we teach in most of our degrees anatomy and physiology together as a structure and function, and we divided in this degree structure and function in 3 different subjects, focusing on the different systems in the human organism, so that the students can learn both together the parts of the systems and how they work, and they will develop this knowledge in the first half of the degree. But they will also start learning fundamentals of genetic engineering in the second year, because this is also a very important subject for a biomedicine field. And they will also have many different insights in public health or epidemiology, medical pathology, because, of course, as I mentioned in the beginning, these professionals will need to work very closely with the physicians, so they need to have a strong background on the medical sciences. But of course, they are not going to be physicians. They are going to be most of them researchers and people developing different solutions for health for healthcare. So they will need to have this background, but they also need other tools to develop such things. And they will need to learn cell culture and tissue engineering, or also genomics and proteomics, which are also very important in this field nowadays. And this is very basic, although it's in the 4th year, because it's you need to learn many basic things before you can get there. But then once you are there, this will open many doors, because science is moving into that direction, also with bioinformatics, which will allow to understand how data, humans' health data, are processed. And this is the beginning to develop the precision medicine, and this is something that there will be many many people working in this field in the future years, in the years to come, because it's more and more demanding, the need to process all this data to find these treatments, these personalized treatments that in the future will be so common. And in biomedicine degree, we do have also curricular practices in research in research institutions in the 4th year, and the students will have at least 300 hours of practices, but they can complement a little bit more because most of our students tell us that they're interested in going to research field, and then they can have an optative course so that they can spend more time in curricular practices, up to 450 hours in research centers, in the most prestigious research centers all around Spain, and also in international research center we have agreements with. This is a very modern program. We designed it with the newest concepts so that our students are finishing their degree already prepared to start a professional career, but of course also studying a master's or a doctorate is very feasible when you're deciding to choose the branch of biomedicine. So this is the most uh, important thing I can mention about our degree. And most of the students, when they come visit our facilities, and they are wondering what they want to study, they always ask me, what's the difference between biomedicine and biotechnology? And I always tell them this: they are different because biomedicine is focused on human health, is the science of human health, and the people working in the biomedicine field are developing science and solutions for biomedical health, for human health. In biotechnology, biotechnologists can also develop solutions for human health, as you probably know, with all the COVID crisis. Many media have been showing news on biotechnologists developing the vaccines or new treatments for the COVID disease. And it is true that biotechnologists can also develop solutions for human health, but biotechnology is wider than this, because biotechnology means biotechnology is focused on finding solutions for problems society or needs for society. For instance, not only human health issues, but also energy requirements, for instance, or environmental problems. So if you are very interested in human health, but not in a way that a physician will be, but more in research and trying to developing the knowledge and trying to expand the scientific knowledge in the human health, then biomedicine is a good choice. But if you're not so sure that human health is your only or your main thing, but you're also thinking that maybe you're interested in solving energy problems, for instance, then biotechnology is more suitable for you, because as I said, is wider. In the end, it's feasible that they can work in the same field when they are developing solutions for human health. But biotechnology can also be more than that, can also find other type of things. And this is why our study plans it's also a 4-year degree, but it's wider. It's not only focused in humans, but you will also learn about other organisms, because for biotechnology, everything is something to study. Not only humans, but also plants or animals can have or can be the solution for a problem of society. Thus, the study plans is, as I said, wider. Of course, it's in the same way as the other study plans in the faculty. You start on the basics, basic knowledge, basic subjects, and then you grow through the years and up to the most advanced subjects. And the same way as in biomedicine, in biotechnology, we also have this integrated project between subjects in which students can develop a project, a lab project, and from that lab project, they will have insights in different subjects. There's a specific subject in the third year. It's experimental biotechnology, which has an analog in biomedicine, in which most of the subject is lab practice. Actually, students develop a lab research project, and this project changes from one year to another. It's not always the same project. This is nice because it's also very challenging for students. They are guided, of course, by teachers, but they need to develop this project and learn within the development of this project. And it's very nice seeing them how they put this theory into practice, because then is when they realize that theory is very important, and that when you find problems, theory can help you to solve these problems. So it's a very nice subject there. But it's not the only point where they do these activities, in where they learn things in a project crossing different subjects. And they also work in interprofessional activities with the students of our own faculty, but also with students from other faculties, because in biotechnology, as I mentioned, is not only healthcare problems, and they sometimes develop some projects with engineering students, developing some products, for instance, with developing some bioplastic materials, and the engineers use these materials to develop or to design some product that is biodegradable. So this is a way that we put into practice, and we put students in an interprofessional context that it's what they will find when they finish our studies. And the same way as in biomedicine, the students will have curricular practices in the fourth year, in the last year, and they have the option to go also to research institutions in case they want to develop their career focused in research, but they can also go to biotechnological companies and also pharmaceutical companies. So there are many different agreements with both research institutions, but also companies in which our students can develop this curricular practical part. And I think more or less I have summed up all the points in both degrees, and I will be here just in case people need to have some questions in the end of the session. And thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Moral. And thank you again to all three of our professors that have spoken on behalf of the Faculty of Biomedical and Health Sciences. Before opening the floor for our professors of sports sciences, please sit back, relax, and enjoy this short video that sheds light upon our state-of-the-art sports installations. So at this time, I would like Dr. Jaime Almazan, the head of our bachelor's degree in physiotherapy, to join me here on the stage this evening. Dr. Almazan, welcome.
Hello. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Please take it away.
Well, good afternoon or good evening, everyone. My name is Jaime Almazan Polo. I'm a PhD and physical therapist professor at the Universidad Europea de Madrid. And I introduce myself to you as a former student of Universidad Europea who has known the different environments and processes of this university. Likewise, I have combined teaching and research activity with clinical practice, like most of the professors in our department, working as a physical therapist in different rehabilitation centers or professional sports teams. Well, physical therapy at the Universidad Europea de Madrid is one of the most attractive programs of our country. We are the only one university in Spain which has received the accreditation from the World Confederation for Physical Therapy. And we are also proud to be part of the 150 best faculties of physical activity and sports sciences and physiotherapy of the world, according to the Shanghai ranking from 2021. Moreover, Universidad Europea has been considered the second best university from all Spanish universities and the top one private university to study physical therapy. Regarding the academic program, our degree is divided in 4 years of 240 ACTS European credits. And we believe in a demanding and flexible academic model based on learning by doing, from the first until the last year of career, incorporating from the first contact the development of practical skills in simulated environments equipped with the latest technological developments. The first academic year is mostly oriented to basic sciences knowledge with subjects such as anatomy, physiology, or biology, in combination with introductory courses of the basics of manual therapy. For example, we have manual therapy and physical therapies, with the aim of building the foundations of knowledge for years to come. In the second year, clinical reasoning and technical skills take center stage. And in addition, subjects aimed at the knowledge of medical pathology take more prominence in this second year. Over here, we start the contact with clinical specialties such as traumatology, respiratory, or neurological physiotherapy through constant theoretical and practical methodologies and clinical practices with greater presence in number of hours. The last year will be developed with a broad development of the skills acquired in clinical practices, as well as specialties in the area of women or cancer, such as manual lymphatic drainage, culminating the year with the development of the final degree project. From our faculty, we make a clear commitment to real practice and in simulated environments through our simulated tasks, such as simulated hospital, equipped with an extensive technology, with the aim of helping our students to develop traversal competencies, technical skills, and reasoning in general that improve, or we believe that is going to improve their successful access to the world of work. In our last course, students carry out we call it the OSCE activities, whose acronym in Spanish means Objective Structured Clinical Examination, as a part of the final clinical practice subjects. It is an activity designed for students in a series of controlled simulated environments in the simulated hospital in order to demonstrate the technical and transversal skills acquired throughout all the career. In this way, we guarantee our students their preparation for future real simulations in the work environment. In this sense, throughout their stay in the degree, students carry out more than 700 hours of internships through theoretical, practical classes in physical therapy laboratories and simulated activities, as well as more than 1,200 hours of internships in different hospitals and healthcare reference centers from the Comunidad de Madrid. I would like to highlight the strong commitment from our faculty to the research, development, and growth of our students. We have designed a plan for the development of research skills throughout all the years of study, where students carry out activities incorporated from the first year until the last one, such as activities related with the scientific production, subjects such as research methodology, or the final degree project in the last year. And also we offer our students to participate in real research projects, collaborating with our research groups from the Universidad Europea. I would like to finish by mentioning that our physical therapy degree is also taught in languages such as, for sure, in Spanish or mother tongue and French. It means that we have a wide variety of students from different nationalities making this stay at the Universidad Europea across cultural experience in a beautiful environment such as the one offered by your campus and in a welcoming city such as it is Madrid. Thank you very much for your attention. Remain available for later to resolve any question that may arise. And thank you very much for your attention again.
Thank you so much, Dr. Almazan. Next, I would like to introduce Dr. Jose Bonal, who is also a former student of the Universidad Europea and the current director of our bachelor's degree in physical activity and sports sciences, as well as our global bachelor's degrees in sports management. Dr. Bonal is also joining us virtually this evening. Dr. Bonal, how are you?
Very good. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening. Thank you so much for your time, and please take it away.
All right. So thank you very much. My pleasure to introduce to you guys today the Global Bachelor degree in Sport Management. Now, this program is special for a lot of things, but just to name a few, I would like to start by their faculty excellence. Apart from other, of course, academic merits, I think that something that makes really special of this program is that most of the faculty not only are academics, but also have work experience, professional experience that is extremely top for the industry. A good example of it will be some of our professors who have worked with UEFA, La Liga, or Real Madrid Foundation, for instance. I think that this is something that really gives a special push into not only knowing theory, but also knowing the practical aspects and the applied science application of it. Also, we will have something called corporate experiences. Every year, our students will visit entities and will visit companies so that the executive from those companies can explain individually what they do, how they do it, and explain all the insights from the industry. Sometimes we forget that students today want fast learning and first-hand learning. So these corporate experiences are perfect to learning by living and to get from first-hand all the information from the market. The first year of those corporate experiences will be in Madrid. The second year will be in Barcelona. Third year will be in New York. And the fourth year, students will have the opportunity to have a full academic year in either UK or the USA. Some of the subjects, as you can see on the slide, are finance, sport business, sport industry, marketing, sport events. Definitely, if your interest is in sports, but you don't see yourself back in the pitch, but in the offices of the sports management, this degree is for you, because you will see a 360 view of sport in terms of business, but also in terms of practice, direction, and strategic management as well. Just in the first and second year, you will have, on top of that, some of the pitch learning, we call it sport subjects, where you will get to understand the insights from a player perspective, from a manager perspective, and the combination of both. On top, something that makes this career very special as well is the multiculturality of all the students. So far, we have more than 15 nationalities within our first and second year, and we really think that this is one of the top ingredients for the final development of our students. you can see the subject one more, and if you want, I can start already explaining the sports science bachelor degree.
Excellent.
In
Thank you so
this-
much, Dr. Bonal. Please take it away.
Yes, in this case, we talk about the second part of the field, not in the offices, but on the pitch, on the ground, right? If I like sport and I like to be involved into all the strength and conditioning, I like to be involved in the planning and preparation, this is your bachelor degree. We have great labs where, for example, our faculty conducts top research within the industry. So I think that something is really interesting for students is that all faculty are academic excellence. A sample of that is that our university is ranked within the top 150 on the Shanghai ranking and is top one in private universities in El Mundo ranking. Now, also, we are accredited by the European Health and Fitness Association, and we are considered as one of the top universities in Spain. When you finish your first 3 years, on the last year, you will be able to have a specialization year where you will get to choose between sport management, health, or sport performance, where you will get 1 full year of basketball, football, volleyball, or whatever your performance specialization would like to be. You could also specialize in health and all the subjects that surround the health topic. Or last but not least, you can specialize in sport management. Now, of course, if 4 years of sport management is too much, you can do 3 in sports science plus the specialization. But if your sport management is your future goal, I would recommend to do the global sport management degree. Now, some of the subjects that you will be able to see are transversal and can be applied for many of your future professional experiences, such as biomechanics, physiology, anatomy, and some others are more specialized based on your last year's specialization, as we just mentioned. Faculty, in the same way that in global sport management, has a lot of professional and practical experience. So everything is taught from a practical perspective, with case studies, with simulation methodology, and with CBL methodology as well, challenge-based learning, where real companies will show and introduce topics that students will need to solve as they go. I think that all together will put together a great example of combining academia and real world problematics so that our students get the best advantage and the best preparation for the professional career. With that, that'll be all. I hope that you like it and open to answer any questions. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Bonal. And thank you again to all of our professors that have spoken with us this evening. You really are what make our university distinguish itself. You are at the forefront of research within your respective fields, and we so appreciate your time and expertise. Students, families, again, if you have any questions regarding these bachelor's degrees, please hold those for the Q&A session to follow. But prior to moving on to our Q&A session, I would like to touch upon the admissions process, our scholarship program, living in Spain, etc. Prior to that, we invite you to enjoy this short video that provides an overview, a generic overview of our campus here in Villaviciosa de Odón. Students and families connecting this evening, I would like to touch upon our admissions process here at the Universidad Europea de Madrid. First, I would like to mention that the application window for this upcoming 2023-2024 academic year is currently open, and we do encourage you all to participate. You may be wondering, what do I have to do? Well, the first step will be to establish contact with one of our dedicated enrollment advisors, who will be your main point of contact throughout the admissions process up until you register for classes. Now, we will assign you an advisor that is a true expert in the degree of your choice, answering any questions you may have and providing you and your family a campus tour of our state-of-the-art installations. Your advisor will give you access to your pre-student portal and send you your online admissions tests, which consist of, irrelevant of your degree, a professional skills and abilities test, which will evaluate, for example, how you work in group settings, how you make decisions, what your level of empathy is like, self-motivation, etc. Secondly, you will complete a written interview comprised of 4 to 5 questions in which you will need to respond as honestly and detailed as possible. Lastly, all students, regardless of any previous official language certificates they may have, will need to take a Spanish level exam and an English level exam. These are 50 minutes in duration and contain a grammar, listening, and reading section. Kindly note that if your maternal language is either Spanish or English, you will not need to take that one specific test. Now, upon completing your online admissions tests, our selection committee will evaluate your results and within about 48 hours, relay your admission status to your advisor, who will be in touch with you as soon as possible. If admitted and Universidad Europea is the right fit for you, your next step will be to reserve your place within your pre-student portal. This will guarantee your spot within your bachelor's degree, allow you to proceed forward with your registration process, permit you to apply for scholarships, and of course, provide you that peace of mind knowing you are officially off to university in the fall of 2023. There are a limited number of spaces per degree, so again, it is my recommendation to start the process at your nearest convenience. Please note that our bachelor's degree in dentistry does have a unique selection process, which one of our enrollment advisors would be happy to explain and clarify in our Q&A session. Our university here in Villaviciosa de Odón, the Universidad Europea de Madrid, does offer a competitive scholarship program that provides financial aid to our students of high academic and athletic performance. Kindly note that within our webpage, you'll find numerous scholarships. However, I would like to pinpoint the 2 that are applicable to our international students. The first is the Beca de Excelencia, or the Scholarship of Excellence, which is awarded to those students of particularly high academic standing whose annual household income does not exceed 100,000 euros a year. This scholarship will cover 3,000 euros of your tuition annually, and do note that you can apply for the scholarship between March 16th and July 16th of 2023, only if your reservation fee has been paid. You will submit your final high school grades through our scholarship online portal, and do note that any applications submitted after July 16th of this upcoming summer will not be considered. The second scholarship I would like to highlight is the Plan Compite, the Plan Compete, granted to those incoming scholar athletes of particularly high athletic performance. These candidates must accredit their athletic standing within the last year through the Ministry or Federation of Sports within their home country. This scholarship will cover 30% of your tuition, excluding your reservation fee and your file opening fee. Students can apply for this scholarship starting April 1st of 2023. You may be wondering, can I apply for both? Yes, you can apply for both scholarships, and if granted both, the student will receive the one that is most financially beneficial. Lastly, although this is not technically a scholarship, I would like to point out that for all incoming students for our 2023-2024 academic year, we do currently have an early enrollment discount of 50% in the reservation fee this month of November. This discount applies to all of the aforementioned degrees with the exception of dentistry. Having clarified our admissions process, I would like to touch upon briefly the experience of living in Madrid, particularly for those interested students that will be relocating from another country. As a U.S. citizen myself, originally from Memphis, Tennessee, I've had the fortune of calling Madrid home for the past 7 years. Now, Madrid is Spain's main cultural and business hub, abundant in world-class museums like the Prado, the Reina Sofia, and the Thyssen, sports venues, all-inspiring architecture and monuments, parks and green spaces, and houses the headquarters of countless multinational companies, institutions, and hospitals. Madrid is an extremely welcoming city and boasts a street life, vibrancy, hospitality, and overall quality of life comparable to none. Located in the geographic center of the nation, Madrid is well connected by air and rail to all corners of Spain and other major European cities. Thanks to our high-speed train system, we are just about 2.5 hours from Barcelona, Valencia, Sevilla, and Malaga, and about 6 hours driving from Portugal's two major cities, the capital of Lisbon and Porto in the north. Not to mention, the day trip excursions from Madrid are endless. For those nature enthusiasts, Madrid is just a 45-minute drive from the Sierra de Guadarrama, a mountain range that bisects the Iberian Peninsula. And for those history buffs, we are just an hour's drive away from the medieval towns of Toledo, Segovia, and Ávila. Madrid, fortunately, has a mild, dry, and pleasant climate year-round, although it is quite chilly from December to February, and hot, and I do mean hot, in the months of July and August. As far as living situations are concerned, we do offer 2 on-campus student dormitories that are managed by a company called Xior, that's Xior. Additionally, there are ample student residences within the town of Villaviciosa de Odón, just a few minutes from campus by bus. However, for those of you wishing to live right in the middle of the hustle and bustle in the heart of downtown Madrid, the campus is also well connected by public transport. For example, the commute from Madrid's Príncipe Pío station to our campus takes approximately a half hour. And aside from public transportation, our university provides our own transportation with buses starting from Moncloa and the region of Ciudad Universitaria, right in the heart of Madrid, 6 times a day. Regarding health insurance, there are various options at your disposal. However, according to their prices, coverage, and overall quality of doctors and healthcare staff, we recommend Nueva Mutua Sanitaria, whose contact information you will find on the screen. Lastly, regarding your student visa, please note that we will provide you the documentation needed to file for your student visa through the Spanish embassy or consulate within your home country, once you have confirmed your place and paid your reservation fee for the upcoming academic year. We hope you enjoy this short video about our university club extracurricular activities prior to opening the floor for questions and answers.
La vida universitaria te está esperando. Sabes que cuentas con más de 25 clubes donde puedes desarrollar todas tus habilidades y además conocer personas con tu misma afición.
¿Te gusta diseñar y construir objetos? Te invito a que te unas a los clubes de Fórmula, Robótica, Informática, Ciencias, Física, Game Studio o Air Division. Además, estos equipos participan en competiciones a nivel nacional e internacional, representando a nuestra universidad.
Tal vez te interesen actividades más culturales, así que puedes apuntarte al club de cine, al de teatro o al de fotografía.
Seguro que tienes el talento necesario.
También tenemos clubes para quienes quieran divertirse con juegos o deporte, como el club de eSport, el entrenamiento, club de rol o ajedrez. Jaque mate.
¿Eres trotamundos? Entonces tus clubes son o Relaciones Internacionales o Modelos de Naciones Unidas, que van a encuentros internacionales y nacionales. De hecho, este año fueron a París y a Dubái para representarnos.
En cambio, si lo tuyo es medicina, odontología, fisioterapia, psicología, biotecnología o ingeniería biomédica, contamos con agrupaciones para titulaciones específicas.
Estás a la última en todo, entonces no puedes perderte clubes como Pride
o podcast.
Y si aún así no encuentras un club que te interese, puedes crear uno nuevo.
We will now open the floor for Q&A, for questions and answers. Within the live chat, you are free to ask us any questions you may have about each degree, the admissions process, our campus, living in Spain, etc. My colleagues, our professors, or myself will answer each in order of reception. As you are aware, some of our professors and colleagues are here with us on campus this evening, while others will answer virtually from home. Again, we are happy to answer any and all questions now, but please note that tomorrow we will get in contact with you over email to send you the electronic brochure of your degree with the tuition fees, and we will assign you your very own dedicated enrollment advisor. So here I have three wonderful professors with me here on the stage this evening. Professors Dr. Moral and Dr. Bonal, connecting from home, please stand by. So it does appear that we have a couple of questions that have rolled in through the live chat. The first question is for you, Dr. Almazan. This question is from a student coming from a U.S. high school, and this student is asking about our double degree in physiotherapy and physical activity and sports sciences. Which requirements do you need to access this double degree, particularly from a student relocating from the United States of America?
Well, thank you so much for the question, and it's a very, very special question because I'm a former student of Universidad Europea, as I said before, but I'm really a former student of the double degree of physiotherapy or physical therapy and sports sciences. So I would say that there's no any special requirement for a student from United States who comes here to Spain to study this double degree. It's just the normal process of admission that you have to do as my colleagues comment before. And the only thing that I think is need to clear is that this option is open just in Spanish. I think you can go through the physical therapy degree in English and also in sports science in English, but not together, not in this kind of double combination of these two careers. So I think my colleagues will clear you this theme more specifically, but I think this is the only option is to make the double degree in Spanish. But in general, I would recommend this option because I could say that it's the combination of these two degrees in around 6 years or 5.5 years. And well, you have like all the subjects in each one of these separated options, but together you have like 1 year less, and it's a very good option, and it's a very good opportunity to combine these two careers. So I could say this. I think is.
Thank you so much, Dr. Almazan. This next question is for me. When is the application deadline for our bachelor's degree in dentistry? Now, as I mentioned, the application window for this upcoming 2023-2024 academic year is currently open. So now is the time to contact us and for your enrollment advisor to guide you through the process. The application window will remain open until all the spots are filled, but please note that there is a special process in applying for a bachelor's degree in dentistry, in which you will need to submit your high school grades. And again, you will have the help of one of our dedicated enrollment advisors to lead you through this process and answer any questions you have. So to answer your question, it is currently open, and we encourage you to participate at your nearest convenience. This next question is for my colleague Saeed, who is one of our dedicated enrollment advisors from Biomedical and Health Sciences. Saeed will answer within our live chat. And this question is from Angelina. Is the degree in dentistry noticed worldwide? I come from the Caribbean, and I would like to know if I would be able to use my degree outside of Europe. So again, Saeed will answer that question within our live chat. But again, I would be happy to answer here live on camera this evening. Yes, the answer to your question is yes. So I would like to give students time and families time to ask us all the questions that you may have. But now I would like to turn the spotlight back on our professors. What would be one outstanding reason as to why the students would choose to study at the Universidad Europea de Madrid we understand that they're probably considering various options in various countries. Why would they choose the Universidad Europea de Madrid here in Villa Viciosa de Odon to embark on their university studies? We'll start with you, Dr. Tirado.
Sure, Alan. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Alan. Something I would like to highlight for the students who are like now listening to us, something that I really consider is interesting in that university offers that I would highlight over other universities is, in addition to the high quality of the studies plan, in addition to the simulated hospital, in addition to the high quality of the teacher team that we have in our department, on the psychology degree, is like the possibility of study with international students. You will have the opportunity to have this cross-cultural experience, and I'm pretty sure it could be a valuable opportunity for you and for your development and for your professional, academic, and personal development to be involved and share your university studies with people from all around the world. I think if you finally choose to study away from your family, move away from your family and friends, and choose the university, choosing the Universidad Europea of Madrid, I'm pretty sure you will have this great experience being in contact with people, with international students. In addition to the high quality of the program we offer in our psychology degree.
Dr. Tirado, I could not agree with you more. Walking around the Universidad Europea de Madrid kind of gives you the feeling that you're walking around the United Nations. There are students from all over the world. You will hear many different languages. As I mentioned before, 1 in every 3 students are international. And because we offer all of these degrees that we've presented this evening in Spanish, as well as in English, and in the case of physical therapy in French as well, it's very, very enriching for our students here within these degrees to really have that contact with people from all around the world, in which they will make lifelong friends. So I couldn't agree with you more. Thank you, Dr. Tirado. Dr. Frede, what would be one outstanding reason for you as to why the students would choose the Universidad Europea de Madrid above all the rest?
Well, I would highlight the academic model with the simulated-based program that, moreover, we have. Because this allows the students to have a lot of practices, clinical practices, laboratory practices, practices in the simulated hospital, and this, I think, makes the learning based not only in theory, that it is basic to have a knowledge in theory, but complement this knowledge with the experimental learning, no, that complements so well that theory. So I think I would highlight that. And also, as you said before, my colleague, I would like to say that at least in the industry, we have students from all the continents. That also is very enriching for all of us.
Yes, absolutely. I know that we've exhausted this point. We can't say it enough. We really want you to learn by doing. I would say that depending on the degree that you study, anywhere from 50 to 60 to even 70 or 75% of all of the hours that you will dedicate to your degree will be spent outside of the traditional classroom, within our laboratories, our workshops, our simulation zones, so that when you arrive to your curricular internships and then later on you enter the workforce, you are completely ready and prepared, theoretically and academically. So absolutely, I could not agree with you more. Thank you so much, Dr. Freire. Dr. Almazan, what would be one outstanding reason for you as to why the students would choose the Universidad Europea de Madrid?
Well, with your permission, I'm not going to only choose one option. I will tell you 3 main aspects which I will choose this university to study. And I for sure very agree with my colleagues because I think also the international atmosphere that you can live here is incredible. It's very nice to walk around the university and share with people from all over the world different experiences. I really think that the services or the installations that the university offers to their students are incredible. We have an amazing gym, sports installations, very nice, corners, beautiful landscape. So it's a really nice place to be here to study. And also I would like to highlight the high quality of our professors and their dedication to their students. So I think the combination of these three aspects will be the main reason to study here for me.
Dr. Almazan could not choose just one. So thank you so much for that. I
Sorry.
appreciate it. And again, Dr. Almazan, just like Dr. Bonal, are former students of the Universidad Europea. So we were really fortunate so that they kind of have both perspectives as a student and as a professor. Again, we have 35,000 square meters of sports installations here on campus that we do invite you all to come see up close and personal. Dr. Moral, we would like to hear from you now. Again, she's the head of our bachelor's degree in biotechnology and biomedicine. What would be one outstanding reason for you as to why the students would choose the Universidad Europea?
Well, of course, everything my colleagues mentioned applies also for biotechnology and biomedicine. I mean, I think that maybe I can focus in the focus we put in the student. It's because the learning by doing methodology could not exist if our teachers would not put the student in the center. This is our philosophy. I think all the degrees are the same in the all across the university, because all our teachers are very motivated people. They are chosen because of this reason, and they put always the student in the center, so they can develop their skills because they have some a whole team of teachers supporting them to develop these skills. The things they are good at, they are potentiated by our methodology, and the things that they are not so good at when they come will be developed and potentiated also. So I think that the way the students feel when they are studying at our university is this: they feel that they can go beyond because they have a team supporting them. So I besides all my colleagues said, of course the academic model, it's outstanding, and the international climate is incredible. But I think that we have this is special here, and I would recommend everybody to come, because it's not easy to understand what we are talking about until you're here and you see it in your own eyes.
Beautifully put, Dr. Moral. Yes, the students are at the forefront of everything that we do here at the Universidad Europea. They are the true protagonists of the university. The student-professor ratio is extremely favorable here. I would say there's approximately 1 professor to 20 students within the theoretical classes, but once you get to that really high-level, more practical classes within the laboratories, within the simulation zones, you can even see ratios of 1 to 3 or 1 to 4, 1 to 5. So we really want to emphasize smaller groups as well, particularly in the practical side of things. So thank you so much, Dr. Moral. Dr. José Bonal, we've been over many advantages of studying at the Universidad Europea de Madrid, but as a former student yourself, surely you can come up with another one. So what would be one outstanding aspect as to why you would encourage the students to choose the Universidad Europea de Madrid over other universities worldwide?
Yeah, to me, it's about faculty. As you said before, excellent faculty with a lot of professional experience, and the approach of that faculty. As a faculty myself, I have a feeling that I know all my students, or most of them personally. I have helped a lot of them to pursue their internship, their dream jobs, right? So no every university has that close relationship between teachers and students. And I think that that's really great from a lot of perspectives, from a learning perspective, from a networking perspective, from a personal growth perspective. I mean, is challenging a lot of times for them, but also for us, right? So I think that there is a great duo and a great combo that the professors have, that practical, that close, and that personal approach. I would say that's one of the best things that you cannot find anywhere else.
Thank you so much, Dr. Jose Bonal, and thank you to all of our professors that have answered this question for us this evening. We do have a couple other questions that have rolled in through the live chat that we would like to answer. This will be a question that I would be happy to answer. This is from Isa Guzman. Her question is, once we are accepted into the bachelor's degree in biotechnology, how much time do we have to make the decision and reserve our place? So once you have been admitted, and this applies to all of our degrees, we do recommend that you reserve your place within 1 to 2 days, within 24 to 48 hours. Again, there are a limited number of spaces per degree, and as soon as the degree fills up, we will close the application window and create a waiting list. So again, we would like for you to do your research. We want you to make a decision that you are excited about. However, we do recommend that you reserve your place within 1 to 2 days after being accepted by our selection committee. This is another question for Dr. Jaime Almazan. Is there an opportunity for students to study abroad for a semester in the physiotherapy program?
Sorry,
There we go.
I think there was a close.
Perfect. Yes.
Well, I think there's an opportunity to study just for a semester here in the Universidad Europea, but I guess this will be an option that, for example, if you come from a different university, probably you have to study the process that your previous university offers you to make this kind of possibilities. And I think there's the option that the student could have for this thing.
Absolutely. And we have another question for Dr. Moral, for Dr. Veronica Moral. This question also applies to the realm of studying abroad. Are there opportunities to exchange or study abroad studying biotechnology?
Exchange and international institutions, yes, we do have agreements with institutions all around the world, the USA, through Europe. So there are different possibilities to for instance, spend a semester or a 1 year in some other university. I'm now thinking of Australia or the United Kingdom, the USA. In California, we do have a very nice agreement with Riverside University, and yeah, our students do have these experiences already in the Spanish degree. Well, in the English version of the degree, moreover. So this of course this is feasible.
Absolutely. And students, there is a tool on our website. If you type into Google Universidad Europea de Madrid, move on, MOVE space ON, move on. It will direct you to a web page in which you can actually select the bachelor's degree of your choice, and there will appear a global map with dots pointing to all the degrees, to all the universities with which we have agreements. So, for example, you can choose bachelor's degree in dentistry, and you will see a map of all of the different universities that you have at your disposal to request an international semester or entire year abroad. So again, that's Universidad Europea de Madrid. Move on. I do recommend that you all enter that online tool so that you can start to dream a little bit. I do recommend going abroad. Of course, we have an extremely international environment here on campus, but it's extremely enriching to move to another country, become accustomed with that foreign university, and live the day-to-day life in a country of your choice. So I would highly recommend that. So thank you again, students, for all of your questions, and thank you to our professors and colleagues for your detailed answers. Students attending this evening, choosing a degree and a university is without doubt one of the most difficult decisions a young person has to make. Therefore, it is my sincere wish and recommendation that you research in detail a wide range of universities, that you study their four-year curriculum, that you evaluate the professors and on-campus installations, that you take into account the internship offerings, and explore the various extracurricular activities at hand. Because those of us that are a bit older than you can agree that your university years from 18 to 22 or 23 years old is perhaps one of the most exciting chapters in a person's life. So, if you do envision yourself studying through project-based learning, gaining experience in a professional setting, participating in clubs and sports teams, we have over 25, and cultivating lifelong friendships with classmates from all around the world, perhaps the Universidad Europea de Madrid is the right fit for you. On behalf of the university, thank you so much for connecting with us this evening. I again want to thank all of our devoted professors, Drs. Freire, Tirado, Almazan, Dr. Bonal, and Dr. Moral for sharing their time with us this evening. A special thank you to my team within the admissions department, to David, Estefi, Fran, Said, and Elena, as well as to the technicians and production team for making this event a reality. And of course, a special thank you to all interested students and families for your participation in this open house event. Classes will start in September of 2023. There you have the contact information on the screen, and we hope to see you all around campus in September. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Good evening. Buenas noches.